One of the most memorable experiences I can really appreciate, well, there was several. One was we were working the night shift at the Naval Air Station in Oceana, and we were out on the flight line, and the Navy's Blue Angels team came flying in at 11 o'clock at night. And there's nothing much more of an experience than seeing all of those birds come down one time onto the runway in perfect unison, and it just takes your breath away when you see that happen. My name is Keith Anderson. I live in Shabana, Illinois. I am a veteran of the United States Navy. I worked with an aerial squadron, VA-85, and retired out of VR-51 out of Glenview Naval Air Station. I've been involved with the military back in the 70s. I attended the Operation Sail in '76. And the Navy I was in was predominantly a peacetime Navy. It was just after the Vietnam era. So to me, it was a very exciting time. I learned a lot. I got a great education out of it and an experience with people I cannot replace. Back in '74, '75, I was in a limbo state between employment. I never finished high school, and finding jobs was a tough situation. And I had an opportunity to, shall we say, reside with my father. And at the time, he was very disappointed because he was handicapped and could never go into the military at his age. So I stepped up to the plate and went down to the Navy, or the Armed Forces office, and talked to the Navy recruiter. And the Navy recruiter presented me a situation that I thought was perfect for what I do. I like aircraft. I wanted to always be involved with aircraft, and that's what they got me into. And when I finished my military training and got my first honorable discharge, my father had 6 children. I was the only one that ever completed the military with an honorable discharge, and I think that made him very happy. I was trained to be an aircraft, I guess you would call it body and fender man. I did air structure repairs. I did replacement of airframe supports, replacement of tires, replaced landing gear equipment. And one evening I was working a night shift, and I did some painting, and they thought my painting skills were outstanding, so they sent me to school for painting. And for the next 3 years, that's what I did, was paint aircraft. One of the things that came out of it was the fact that I got a lot of discipline, I got a lot of education, I got a lot of experience with people that I could never replace, had a lot of wonderful friends, and to this day, I'm the current commander for our Legion post, and the mixture of Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army, Coast Guard, every one of them, it's a special club. To me, it's a special club, and I'm really glad to be a part of it. It helped me to get along with people a lot better. I was kind of a ruffian growing up as a teenager, and it really straightened me out in a lot of ways. And I really appreciate what it's done for me. They gave me a high school education. They gave me machine shop experience. They gave me discipline. I have nothing more to say than it was a great adventure for me. And, you know, they say the Navy's not just a job, it's an adventure. Well, all of them are adventures, whether it's military, Navy, or whoever. And I'm very proud to be a part of that group. If you don't have a direction in life, I think it's important to find an opportunity. And the military gives you a guaranteed paycheck. It gives you room and board. It gives you medical facilities. It gives you schooling. It gives you a lot of things that are just really not available in everyday society. Where can you go and get a job and your first year there get 30 days a year vacation with pay? And the travel benefits, if you know how to utilize your travel benefits, there are a lot of things you can do by changing either the group you're with or schooling you can obtain. It's just pretty phenomenal. I think if a student today, a high school student today, if you've got a high school education, and even if you don't, the bottom line is it gives you an opportunity to get training. And that's a big part of it. Today, we have women aboard ship. When I was in, women were not aboard ship. It was a man's environment. Today, they're on the aircraft carrier, they're flying helicopters, or flying jets. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal, the cross-training you can get. And each field is its own lesson. I was a metalsmith, and that's what I did. And the secretaries, if you want to call it that, or the career counselors, the guy in the foxhole, they're all important tasks, and they all have to be done. And if nothing else, the education you walk away with is phenomenal. And the camaraderie, I've been 20 years out of the military easily, 40 years probably, and the camaraderie I have today with our veterans group is phenomenal. Well, like I say, I would do it again in a heartbeat. If I had the opportunity, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I came away with a lot, and more than I could ever be grateful for.